Autolink from Delmac is a DXF conversion software that creates CNC programs for the Buzzolato. Works for all the different versions of programming software that have ever come with a Buzzolato back to CNC 90. Once you set a few options in the interface, you just minimize it and it sits in the background and waits for you to send it a DXF file from your CAD software. If you use AutoCAD, the full version, then you'll get a custom menu that installs inside AutoCAD. And if you use AutoCAD Lite or some other program, then you can still use Autolink. You just have to create the layer structure manually, which is really pretty easy. Let's start off with creating the toolpath for this part, which was a radius wall plate with some drilling in it. And we'll go to the menu, and the first step is to make a panel border. Let's call it wall plate. And whatever you put in the description layer will show up in the program at the machine. You can put information for the operator or some message for him. We'll put in the length, the height, and the thickness of the part. And now we'll take our part and we'll put it inside the border. And we'll stick our part inside. Now let's go create the toolpath. We'll go back to the menu, go to routing. Let's select the lines first. And when we hit enter, we get this route attribute box, and we can set up to 3 different passes. The pass can be a different tool or a different depth. We can choose a radius offset or a radius tool compensation. We'll choose left. And let's choose a depth of 0.753 for the tool. We'll use tool 1001. And if we want to use any of these options for overriding any of the defaults, we can choose that. If we leave it blank, then it simply uses the defaults that are on the machine. So we hit OK and we get our router toolpath. Now let's go tell it where we want to start along this toolpath. We choose the route set route start point, and let's start it at the end of this line. And by pulling the arrow back in this direction, we force it to go clockwise around the part. If we pull the arrow in a different direction, then we could make the toolpath go counterclockwise. But we'll leave it in this direction. Now for the drilling, we'll go create a vertical bore layer. We just go into our layer commands, make a new layer, and we'll call it V-bore. And we'll set the depth, the Z depth to be 0.77 inches. And we can change the color. We don't have to, but it makes it easier to see on the drawing. All right, then we'll go back and pick all the holes and just put them on the vertical bore layer. At this point, we're finished with this part. Now, if we wanted to duplicate it, we can go select all parts of it, and then we can simply copy it and make multiples. Here we're just using the basic AutoCAD copy command. And once we've done this, we just go back to the Buzzolato menu and we hit drawing to Autolink. Autolink process the file, then we can go directly to Genesis Evolution and open the file that we named wall plate. And here we have a CNC program that's ready to take to the machine and run. So watch some of the other videos for other tutorials on Autolink. There's a lot you can do with it, but this is just an introduction and kind of shows you how it works and some of the settings you have to make.